Okay, just a quick update on what I'm seeing with Bitcoin. Basically, this was a great breakout. I lucked out, managed to have a look at this on the weekend, right about here, and converted basically the rest of my USDT right before it had a 3% pump, which was handy. The reason why is I'm liking the look of this breakout on the daily as well. So it looks like it was going to push through this trend line here, which it does seem to have done. We are reasonably high on the stochastic momentum on the daily, so a pullback here is kind of expected. What I am seeing likely to be doing is I think there's a lot of room for continuation here. There's a number of these are quite low and still got some room to move on the daily. But if we come to the 4 hour, this is the critical level for me. So if we can basically hit this level, which it has, and bounce away, then this will confirm an overall longer term trend, and we can expect to sort of come up and clear these things. So we've actually cleared this vector here. Next up, we've got a fair bit of sort of this area here. There's going to be a lot of volume in here, so it might take a little bit to clear that. We'll have to wait and see, but yeah, it looks like this is a pretty decent breakout at this stage. Again, PMARP is relatively high on the 4 hour, but as you can see here, like going from here up to the point that it broke down here, that's like a 5% increase. But from here to here, where it's basically fully reset, you got like a 3% decrease. So generally, I'd be expecting a little bit of a pullback. This will reset a bit. This will reset, and then we'll potentially keep going higher. But I'd expect it to not really break and stay below this level here for too long. Okay. That's about it. Everything else looks like it's pretty well going in recovery mode as well. NASDAQ, that's a pretty good signal there for a bounce. There's a lot of structural issues still in these markets, so I'd be expecting most of these sort of bounces will potentially be with seller demand again. Yeah, there's not much else to really say there from my perspective. Dixie's still going mental, which is, it's interesting that Bitcoin's managed to pump with Dixie going as well as it has, which again suggests it's probably a pretty reasonable rally. Aussie dollar sucks. This is the interesting one. So this curve here, once we get back down below this level, below 0, that's when you'd expect the recession to be called. So yeah, that's sort of what I'm looking out for. I'm expecting potentially we have a bounce in stocks and things, and once this 2-year, 10-year, while the stocks are bouncing, the 2-year, 10-year comes down, breaks through that, and then all of a sudden we have something break and stocks come down, this keeps coming down, and we have the recession called. That's probably going to be 2 to 3 months out, I would say. But yeah, it's just sort of something to keep an eye on, and just watch out for selling the rip in the stock market, I guess. But yeah, most of the crypto market has been going pretty well. ETH is a little concerning that it's pulled back so hard. Maybe on the news of the FTX stuff, but it's also got a different trend line that it can pull back to as well. So we sort of potentially looking at even pullbacks down into this area here could be still reasonably healthy. So that could be a retest there. So essentially, could be coming back here, retest, and then pull away from there. Just quickly, ETH BTC. So yeah, ETH dropped in relation to BTC, but it's probably going to start kicking back up again. So I think we've had a fairly typical BTC runs, BTC drops, the everything else then starts to pump as BTC drops. So good signs, still not a super healthy market, good volume through this run as well. But probably the volume of the selling candles is a little bit concerning in that a lot of people take a profit on such a short run. But yeah, I'll have to wait and see. This is what I'm watching at the moment. If we break below there and come back up and bounce down, then I'd be expecting back down to that lower 25k mark. Anyway,